get to open up the Azzuno 200f and take a look at this bad boy. User manual, 2 hose clamps, a motor wheel, a couple of tips, gas line, MIG gun, grounding clamp, the stinger for your stick welding, here's your adapter for your 110-220. Again, the build quality from Azzuno at the price point is insane, man. These units are very nice. Nothing feels cheap about them. Nothing looks cheap about them. It has the rubber bezel around the control panel on the back corners and the feet, which I like. I'm sure it offers some kind of protection. We have space for a 10-pound spool of wire. The wire feed assembly is all metal, not plastic. On the top side, a little door for our wire tips. Very sharp. So let's size it up next to the Lincoln 140. Let's have a look. So to compare the build quality, not necessarily the specs, these are kind of different. This guy's a 4-in-1 multi-processor. This is a MIG only. But the MIG gun, the whips, this one's on the small side, compact. It's got a little weight to it. The nozzle screws. And this guy, the hose feels this very similar. The rubber hose, rubber whip. Now the gun is much larger. Feels good in the hand. It does have a hollow kind of feel to it, but it feels good. This nozzle just slides off the tip. Well, it doesn't screw. Grounding clamps, good quality. Pretty much the same thing as what you're getting on the Lincoln. Not much difference. Let's go around to the back where your gas input doesn't screw. It just slides on and clamps. Whereas we have a threaded socket for your gas input. This guy weighs 50 pounds. This one comes in at 25, so half the weight. Wire feed motor. Inside of here, wire feed motor. So I guess similar. The MIG gun slides in by a shaft and fastens down by this wing nut. So it's a little different to remove. It can be removed, but it's slightly different. This guy here is just going to unscrew and pop right off. So it's a little easier. If you want to reverse polarity, you're going to do so down here on the Lincoln. On the Azzuno, you're going to do it with this. Gas, no gas. Positive, negative. $110 only. This is 110, 220. 140, 200 amp. $600 depending on where you get it from. $250. Again, this guy is a 4-in-1. Does all of the above, including TIG. Let me point out right quick, the MIG gun and your grounding clamp are both 10 foot. The same as the Lincoln 140. They're 10 foot also. So we went ahead and installed some .030 wire. And I want to make sure you guys know this motor wheel has both 0.8 and 0.9 for your 030 and 035. Make sure the 0.8 is facing outwards if you're installing 030, and the 0.9 facing outwards if you're installing 35. So let's drop this baby on the cart. See how she looks. Have it sitting on top of the cart. Fits perfectly. Now I want to change this regulator to this one. A little easier to read the gas flow, and it includes this fitting, which is going to allow for the hose, included hose, to kind of slide on the barb and clamp down on both sides. So let me get that done and let's power it up and feed some wire. All right, I believe we're set up. Let's go ahead and get some wire fed. Any day now. Definitely gonna have to speed this up. Oh, there we go. Well, I love it. It's sizzling. All right, so there you have it. I was able to put down a few beads. Able to figure it out somewhat. Need to play with these settings a little more. But let's look at the panel, at the settings here. So you have your CO2, your mix or flux. This is your synergic features here. So you can run it manual, 0.6, 0.8, depending on your wire, and 1.0. Your MIG-2, pull the trigger, fires. MIG-4, pull the trigger, fires. Release the trigger, it continues. Then of course you have your stick and your TIG. But there it is. So you guys at home looking for a welder to keep around the shop or at your house, man, you've probably been looking at this one in the big box stores. But just know on Amazon there's an alternative, man. The Azzuno 200f multi-processor 4-in-1 will definitely get the job done. 3-year warranty. Azzuno offers a 1-year warranty, and I've used it. They honor it. They're very responsive and happy to take care of you. So look, at half the cost, if I knew this option was available before I purchased this, I probably would have went this route. But hopefully this video helps you guys with your decision. And don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe.